do this in a professional way. We're not professional speakers. We don't do this for a living. We've just got a passion for recovery and a passion for Inverclyde Recovery Cafe. So we're here today to tell you a wee bit about what we're about and about our dream of becoming a social enterprise. We're also going to tell you a bit about the Recovery Initiative Fund and how that's helped us in Inverclyde to build friendships and alliances and help us towards that dream. Just over 2 years ago I went into recovery in Inverclyde, and what I found was a community rehab, and at that time they were reforming it, it was under my management anyway, and I was on the service user there. This had its benefits. They saw potential in me that I couldn't see, and they sent me to conventions and events in Glasgow that was totally out of my comfort zone, but it helped me grow. The only problem was going back to Inverclyde again. There was nothing there. After that service closed at 4 or 5 o'clock, there was nothing, absolutely nothing for me. And at that time, as you've probably known, early recovery, though you haven't made new friendships and you haven't rebuilt family relationships either, so it was a really lonely time. But anyway, I kept going, and about a year down the line, I went to the Scottish Recovery Consortium's first recovery college in Glasgow, and that opened the doors for me to see what was happening in recovery in Glasgow, and I thought at the time I'm going to need to move out of Inverclyde and move to Glasgow. I continued doing the voluntary work, and then what happened then was I attended every recovery college, and I'm doing as a volunteer in a volunteer capacity, but now I'm delivering the steps to excellence at the 5th Recovery College in Aberdeen. But still, going back to Inverclyde was nothing after services closed. So further down the line, just over a year ago, Inverclyde ADP in partnership with Your Voice Inverclyde, means tested recovery in Inverclyde, and they found that there was nothing after services closed. In Inverclyde, it's kind of different from all over Scotland from what I've experienced. Alcohol and drug services are separate. So, as well as means testing it, they decided that the Recovery Cafe should start up. And that's what a group of like-minded people got together and formed Inverclyde Recovery Cafe, also building recovery, alcohol and drug services together.
Yeah, I was alright until about an hour or you lot started. I was just a wee guy in Dundee. I didn't know, to be honest, I didn't know nothing about addiction. I knew my life was pretty crap, and I knew I had to change. I didn't know what to do about that. And then through the grapevine I heard about a treatment centre in Jericho House, and I referred myself there. And I think it'd been in about 6 months or something when a lovely lady from Your Voice came up and sat in our groups and started talking about this identified gap when services close and how they want to do something. They want to hold a cafe and get people together, and thankfully the workers in that wee place thought that maybe it was far enough on in my programme that I could maybe get involved in that, and we decided we went down for the first cafe night. 5 of us went, and 2 staff members, because we had to be chaperoned wherever we went and all stuff like that, because we're crazy addicts and all that sort of stuff. We went there, I didn't know what to expect, and I remember being right into my cell and I didn't know what to speak to anybody, and we all sat at the table together, just like the 5 of us and the 2 staff members, and we got together and we had a conversation cafe. Now, I'd never been involved in a conversation cafe before. I don't know if any of you have. I'm presuming a lot of you have, because that's the way things kind of go. But had we conversations about recovery, and inside they start buzzing, and I want to speak to people about it, and I start to realise what recovery is all about. That there's opportunities for people to move on and progress and shine a light that I'd never seen before when I was in addiction anyway. I never look back. I went to the Recovery Cafe. I think I've maybe missed once or twice a Recovery Cafe from then on. You know, even after I moved on and went into Glasgow, I still go back to Greenock every week and take part in it.
We need to reach the people at the top of the purse strings. We also need to reach people on the streets that are desperate holding on to recovery. So we're doing this just now, and as we're speaking, there's another 2 that are in Inverclyde, the Beacon Centre in Inverclyde, talk to health professionals. And about 3 weeks ago, we did a presentation to the Inverclyde Alliance. We did that presentation 5 times, to take 5 tables. Each time we've done it with the same amount of passion and enthusiasm as it was our first time. We've also presented our local DPs as well. We've put these presentations together and done them ourselves. We want to talk about ourselves, we want ourselves and we want ourselves out there. And that's everything.
Other sort of stuff that we're doing, about getting ourselves noticed, advertising, marketing and stuff like that. When we went away on the recovery walk last year, I'm sure a few of us were there, amazing experience. We got hoodies and that all made up with a recovery tree and that on the market, you know, and we thought that would be a really good idea. When we applied for the Recovery Initiative Fund last year, that's what we decided to use the money for. We didn't do one big event or anything like that. We've done little things that help get the cafe known. We made t-shirts, also with a tree and that on it, and what we do is when we're holding cafe events and stuff like that, we'll wear the t-shirts, we'll wear the hoodies, we'll go to the gym and wear the t-shirts and stuff like that, because people see that and they ask, and once they ask, that means we can get out there and talk about it and promote the cafe and what it does for the community in Inverclyde. Our next step is to become constituted. If we become constituted, it allows us to be a charity and it allows us to look at social enterprises and stuff like that. It allows us to apply for funding. That's what we're in the process of doing right now. We've just recently moved into new premises. We've had to move twice from a tiny wee room in a wee office. We moved up to a lot bigger, one main room, and now we've moved to a church building in Greenwich. It's got separate rooms, it's got a working kitchen, stuff like that. We're going to open more regularly. Right now we're only doing it once a week, alternative Wednesday and Fridays. You're welcome to come along, by the way. We're wanting to open Wednesday and Friday for a start, because it's about giving people some place to come, you know. And then what we can do is we can hold fellowship meetings, recovery meetings, that sort of thing, Inver Cafe, holistic therapy, stuff like that. It opens the doors to lots of other stuff, you know.
Because we get bigger premises, we can help incorporate smart recovery meetings. 5 of us have been trained in smart recovery. There's no smart recovery in Inverclyde at all, so we'll be the first to do that. So we'll get that up and running as soon as we possibly can. I keep in his bits. I've got to keep looking to see. Saturday brunch. With every 4th Saturday, the way it'll work out. And the first Saturday was last Saturday, it was brilliant. From 12:30 from 12 to 2:30, we opened the doors to our community and just let people come in and buy bagels and that, and it was really good. It was a huge success. Once the word gets about, we'll just hopefully get bigger and bigger. That's towards our dream of becoming a social enterprise.
Right, so basically what I get for the Recovery Cafe is, I go there, people come through the door, some people come in quite broken, you know, introverted and shut down, don't speak, and with time and just talking to them and letting them grow, you start to see them grow into human beings, and not just any normal human beings, you start to see them grow into recovery activists, and that's what it's all about, is getting recovery out there on the map, so that everyone knows that recovery is an idea, you know, and that's basically what Inverclyde Recovery Cafe is about to us anyway. Thanks very much.